Biodiesel is one of our nation's most promising alternative fuel sources. And by developing biodiesel, you're making this country less dependent on foreign sources of oil. And after all, taking soybeans and converting to fuel and putting it into brand new Caterpillar engines.
In the past few years, there's been a growing interest in the possibility of using plants as fuel for cars. While the interest is relatively new, the idea is over 100 years old. Rudolf Diesel invented the first diesel engine in 1893, and it was designed to run on many different types of fuel. When he showed his engine at the World Exhibition in Paris in 1900, it was running on peanut oil. But diesel cars never really caught on in the United States, thanks in large part to the Model T, now known as the car that put America on wheels. It was the first affordable automobile, and it too could run on a plant-based fuel, grain alcohol, otherwise known as ethanol. The introduction of Prohibition in 1920 made ethanol impractical, but by then, most car manufacturers had turned to a cheaper source of fuel.
Man has discovered a virtually unlimited source of power. That source of power is gasoline, the chief product of the petroleum industry. Gasoline, in fact, is the greatest single source of power in the world today. And the automobile engine is by far the greatest user of gasoline's power.
Diesel saw his invention as a great benefit to agriculture, but newer variations of the diesel engine were also designed to run on lighter, less viscous petroleum. After Rudolf Diesel's death in 1913, oil companies capitalized on the success of the diesel engine by renaming one of the byproducts of gasoline distillation. They called it diesel fuel, and vegetable oil as a fuel source was all but forgotten. But recently, attitudes towards petroleum have begun to change. Gas prices are at the highest they've been in 20 years, rapidly approaching the all-time high set in 1980. Also, many experts believe that worldwide oil production will peak around the year 2010. Petroleum is also one of the largest contributors to global warming. Automobiles are the second largest source of carbon dioxide in the United States, releasing 1.5 billion tons every year. With petroleum no longer cheap and unlimited, people are once again looking to plants as a potential source of fuel.
STLC Biofuels is a nonprofit organization, 501c3, and we promote biofuels in southwestern Pennsylvania through education, demonstration, research, and advocacy. Biofuel is a transportation fuel derived from biomass. In the case of biodiesel, it's vegetable oils or animal fats. In the case of ethanol, it can be corn or any other readily harvested sugar, or with cellulosic ethanol, we can turn any plant material, break it down into simple sugars using enzymes, and make ethanol from that.
Biofuel is becoming a huge industry in the United States. Agriculture giant Archer Daniels Midland made about $700 million in profits from ethanol sales last year alone. And other massive corporations like ExxonMobil, Chevron, and Monsanto are investing heavily in biofuel. Here in Pittsburgh, Giant Eagle is already selling ethanol and biodiesel at gas stations, and Pittsburgh-based United Oil is hoping to produce over 2 million gallons of biodiesel a year. But there is a more grassroots biofuels movement growing in Pittsburgh as well. For the people involved in some new local projects, biofuel is about more than just making money. They see biofuels as an opportunity to strengthen communities and help fix some problems in the city. Their projects focus mainly on one biofuel in particular, biodiesel. Biodiesel is made from vegetable oil. It's possible to make it at home, and it works in any diesel engine. Biodiesel can be produced from waste vegetable oil. That's the oil that's left over from fryers in restaurants. And since most restaurants have to pay to dispose of their used oil, many are happy to give it away for free. And by adding some parts to the fuel system, a diesel car can even be made to run on straight vegetable oil.